Today is Tuesday, November 17. My name is Pastor Anthony, and this is Wilderness Wanderings. Today our text comes from Psalm 115. Why do the nations say, "Where is their God?" Our God is in heaven. He does whatever pleases him. But their idols are silver and gold, made by human hands. They have mouths but cannot speak, eyes but cannot see. They have ears but cannot hear, noses but cannot smell. They have hands but cannot feel, feet but cannot walk, nor can they utter a sound with their throats. Those who make them will be like them, and so will all who trust in them. Psalm 115, verses 2 through 8. Today's devotion is an invitation to think spiritually about our daily lives, and particularly some things that we rely on pretty heavily. And if you feel uncomfortable about it by the end, don't worry. I do too. So, did you know that your smartphone includes, among over 70 some other elements, the elements on the periodic table known as Ag and Au? Now there's a link in the notes if you'd like to see the periodic table of all the smartphone elements. But I'm interested in Ag and Au. And in the tongue of us normal people, Ag and Au, those two elements, would translate to those elements that we know commonly as silver and gold. Smartphones are made, among other things, out of silver and gold. These smartphones have mouths. We call them speakers. These devices have eyes. We call them cameras. They have ears, which we call microphones. I don't think they have noses just yet, hands or feet either. But that doesn't mean they can't grasp the things we desire off Amazon's shopping shelves, or travel back home to turn off the smart lights that we left on. How far we've come from the ancient idol makers whose poor statutes were mute. Ours are interactive. Are they really idols, though, you might ask? They serve us, not the other way around. Maybe. These devices made by our own human hands, or at least by the hands of our hands, which we call assembly line robots, evoke some strange habits from us. They call us to worship with their vibrations and dings. We obey dutifully, offering our unquestioning attention as a matter of reflex, despite the car driving or conversing with a real flesh and blood human that we might have otherwise been engaged in at that time. We give our offerings through the App Store and in-game purchases. We offer not just our treasures, though. We offer our time by the hours, our talents, even our trees. Just take a peek again at that periodic table from the beginning. In prayer, we find that we can ask Alexa and Siri nearly anything, and lo and behold, they deliver. No waiting around for answers or material blessings. They can make it happen. And yet, we who make them are beginning to become like the idols of old, losing our capacity to hold a conversation through speech with another person, losing our capacity to see and hear the things occurring in the physical space and time our body is occupying in the present moment, as we become immersed in the digital world and experiences we're constantly nudged and notified into instead. Do our devices serve us? Or do we serve them? Do we trust in what the perceptions of our devices tell us more than we trust in what God tells us of our reality? Is that thing in our pockets a tool, or is it an idol? As you journey on, go with the blessing of God. May the peace of the Lord Christ go with you, wherever he may send you. May he guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May he bring you home rejoicing at the wonders he has shown you. May he bring you home rejoicing once again into our doors.